Very good afternoon and welcome back. So, let us continue with Australia, which we were discussing earlier. So, as I said, Australia is a continent entirely located in the southern hemisphere. Australia entirely located in southern hemisphere. Okay, divided into two parts by the Tropic of Capricorn. Tropic of Capricorn is 23.5 degrees south latitude. 23.5 degrees south latitude. 23.5 degrees south latitude. Okay, fine. So, I said Australia entirely located in southern hemisphere, divided into two parts by the Tropic of Capricorn. Okay, it has an islands. The Tasmania island in the south is separated from the mainland of Australia by Bass Strait. My friends, here, while I said Bass Strait mean narrow water body which separates two continent or two major landmass. Narrow water body which separates two major landmass is called as a strait. Okay, Australia entirely located in southern hemisphere, divided into two parts by the Tropic of Cancer, that is 23.5 degrees south latitude. The Tasmania island in the south is separated from the mainland of Australia by the Bass Strait. Okay, by the Bass Strait. Now, this is what you can see here. See this. Here is Australia, and here you have the Bass Strait. This is the Bass Strait, Tasmania. Here is the Bass Strait. Can you see this? This is the Bass Strait is here. Bass Strait, Tasmania is here. This is Australia, map of Australia you have. Map of Australia. You can see this. Map of Australia. You can see the map of Australia. South of this Australia, southern part, you see Tasmania island, and here you have the Bass Strait, I said. Is it visible? Any problem anyone having? Yes. Is it clearly visible? Because resolution, you just see if there is any problem, let me know. Now, in Australia, you see here, this is the continent of Australia, entire country of Australia. This is the Bass Strait. Bass Strait is well known for one thing, petroleum deposits here, Bass Strait region. I told you earlier about the political map also. Okay. See, now it is clear, I think, here. It's clear to you all. See, this is the political map of Australia. See here, Australia, Northern Territory, Australia, South Australia, Queensland, New South Wales, Melbourne. Can you see this? Melbourne is in Victoria province. Can you see this? This is here is map of Australia. Political map of Australia, different states of Australia. Remember here Northern Territory and this is Canberra. These two are centrally administered territory, CAT, centrally administered territory, CAT. This is also centrally administered territory, centrally administered territory. I mean, like you have in India, you have Union Territory. These are centrally administered territory. Canberra and Northern Territory are centrally administered territory. Okay, you can find out here the states, Northern Territory, Queensland, New South Wales, you have Victoria, South Australia, Western Australia, like this, all these are here. Out of which two I said centrally administered territory, Northern Territory and I said Canberra. Okay, Northern Territory and Canberra. Is it audible to all of you? Is it correct? Are you getting the things? Okay. So, this is the map of Australia. I have shown it to you. This is Lake Eyre. You see here. This is Lake Eyre. Lake Eyre is the largest lake in Australia. Lake Eyre is the largest lake in Australia. Largest lake in Australia is Lake Eyre. See here. I told you about BSc, MA, PhD, if you remember. This is here is Brisbane, capital of Queensland. Brisbane. Brisbane is the capital of Queensland. Then you have Sydney, capital of New South Wales. Melbourne, capital of Victoria. Hobart here, capital of Tasmania. Adelaide, capital of South Australia. Perth, capital of Western Australia. And Northern Territory capital is Darwin. Northern Territory is capital. These are the capital here, but Canberra is the capital of Australia. Canberra, capital of Australia is here, Canberra. Canberra is the capital of Australia. ACTC, that's why I say A, Australian Capital Territory of Canberra. Australian Capital Territory of Canberra. Australian Capital Territory of Canberra is here. ACTC. Australian Capital Territory of Canberra you have. Okay. As I did mention about all these major features of Australia, as you have seen this in Australia, Western Australia, Northern Territory, South Australia, Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, Tasmania and all. You remember all these territories, they have their special significance also. And all these territories has their unique identity in terms of mineral content, in terms of their agriculture and so many things. In the preliminary exam, they have asked once sequence of these cities here. Look at here, in Australia, all these cities are, all these cities are peripheral. Can you see this? All these are port city, peripheral in nature, mean at the periphery, whether it is Brisbane is in periphery, you can see this, coast, Sydney is in coast port city, Melbourne is a port city, Adelaide is in the coast port city, Perth is a port city, Darwin is a port city, all these Hobarts, all these are port city, peripheral. Major cities are at the periphery of the country, at the margins of the country, peripheral in nature. If there is a statement, major cities of Australia are peripheral in nature, it is correct. Major cities of Australia are peripheral in nature, it is correct. Now, largest city and oldest city is Sydney. Sydney is the largest industrial center and oldest city. Let me tell you certain things about all these regions also. Sydney, I said, largest city and the oldest city also. Largest and oldest city is Sydney. Largest, it is also the largest port. One thing here, you have deleted the SMS again immediately, okay. I said Sydney, let me again note down few points here about these regions, okay. Political map, Sydney, largest port, largest city and largest industrial and commercial center, Sydney. Okay. Now, Sydney is the deepest port, largest port is also deepest port. Deepest port of the largest and deepest port it is. Now, look at the location of this Sydney, major port city here, Sydney. Largest and deepest port I said. This is about Sydney, I told you, about the Sydney only, I said. Okay. Now, it is not given here, but one area you are having, this side you see, here. In this side, you have a group of island here. They are called as, can anyone tell me? This is the Great Barrier Reef. This region is the Great Barrier Reef here. Great Barrier Reef. Great Barrier Reef. It is a type of coral reef. It is a type of coral reef. A type of coral reef you will find here. And it is well known for, this area is very well known for one thing, tourism. We have Marine National Park there, tourism, for which tourism it is very important. Great Barrier Reef region. People usually go from Brisbane. Here is a city, in fact. Here, let me tell you, there are two other cities are there. One city here, this is a city known as Weipa, W-E-I-P-A. You can note down this. This is Rockhampton. Rockhampton, is it visible? Rockhampton. Rockhampton. I think it's not visible to some of you. So let me write down here. Rockhampton. Rockhampton. Okay. Now, Rockhampton, from Rockhampton, usually you have to go to the regions called as, here you have, what is that? Great Barrier Reef. Great Barrier Reef. Very well known place this is, Rockhampton. Okay. Now, Weipa, why this Weipa is known for? W-E-I-P-A. Weipa is known for, it is the bauxite port of the world. It is called as the bauxite port of the world. Bauxite port of the world is this. Weipa is the bauxite port of the world, known for bauxite, well known for bauxite, well known for bauxite, known for bauxite. Okay. This Melbourne is known for, Melbourne is, oh, you know about the cricket, but Melbourne is also known for Mediterranean agriculture. Mediterranean agriculture. Melbourne and Adelaide, both Melbourne, Adelaide are known for Mediterranean agriculture. What is Mediterranean agriculture? Like, citrus fruits cultivation. Fruits like, orange, lemon, you have grapes, etc. Citrus fruits, they cultivate citrus fruits here. Citrus fruits cultivation is orange, lemon, etc. Orange, lemon, etc. Okay. Again I am saying Adelaide and Melbourne, they are well known for wine and fruit production. Fruits for which they have citrus fruit. What type of fruit? Citrus fruits. Citrus fruits mean all those fruits, citrus fruits. What are those citrus fruits? Mostly the citrus fruits here includes grapes, lemon, oranges, all these things they cultivate. Also here olive also cultivated here, olive tree also. Olive is not citrus, but olive also they cultivate in these regions, olive. Well known for all these. And these regions, Tasmania, just like a garden estate, gardening, market gardening, particularly for perishable goods, vegetable, flower cultivation, dairy farms. Here you have vegetable, flower, dairy farming. This Tasmania is known for vegetables, flower, dairy farming. For all these things it is well known. Vegetable, flower, dairy farming, etc. for which it is well known. Vegetables, flower, dairy farming. Tasmania is known for this. Tasmania is well known for this. Vegetables, flower, dairy farming, etc. Dairy farming, etc. Okay. Tasmania. Well, we have, as I said about Queensland, New South Wales, Melbourne, your Victoria or South Australia, Northern Territory, Western Australia, Tasmania, all these states have some speciality of certain things. To know about this, again let me go to the physical map. If we will draw this, let us draw a physical map, okay. Let us draw a map here. I said about this city, let me draw the map here again and show you what is there. In this you can have, like this side you have a mountain like this, okay, a mountain is here. This is called as the Great Dividing Range. Great Dividing Range. Great Dividing Range divides Australia's rest of the part from the east coast. Okay. East part. Look at here. The eastern part, if I will go for this like a mountain in these regions, okay, if I will go for the mountain in this region, the mountain is here, you see the mountain is located here. Which mountain is this? This one is which mountain? This is Great Dividing Range. So the eastern coastal plain you have, as one of your friend asked me very good question here. Sir, why 90% of Australia's total population live in eastern territory of Australia? Is there any geographical condition for that? Yes, of course. You see, this regions is a plain area. So more habitable region this is. And this region is having favorable climate, monsoon type of climate here you have. Here Laurentia type of climate you have. Climatical suitability is there. Climatic suitability and topographic suitability, climate, geographical suitability you have. Enough rainfall, plain area, these are the major causes here. Okay. And more agricultural, it is very advanced. But this side if you will see, this is rain shadow effect is there. Wind blows here like this. Wind जो है ना समुद्र से आते हैं, from the ocean it is coming, wind ऐसे आती है. And these easterly wind, while they blow, this mountain as a barrier, we have more rainfall in these regions. And this leads to this side you have more rainfall, and this side agriculturally fit than this part. This is rain shadow area. Let me tell you what is a rain shadow area. I hope, or else you will not get the things properly. What is a rain shadow area? Let me tell you here on this. If this is the mountain here, sorry. If this is a mountain here and wind is blowing from this side, this wind will go up. This wind will go up and it will form cloud, and finally subsequently it will give a rainfall here. More rainfall this side, more rainfall on this side, more cloud formation and more rainfall on this side as compared to this side. This side you have more rainfall. Here you have only dry wind will come in this way. These are the dry wind. Only dry wind will come in this way. This is dry wind. This is moist wind. Okay. So this area will have no rainfall. No rainfall. No rainfall. So it is known as the rain shadow region. This is known as the rain shadow zone. Here you have more rainfall. This side you have rain shadow. See here. So this side you have more rainfall. Here you have more rainfall. More rainfall. And this side you have rain shadow. Rain shadow. Because it is rain shadow region, there will be no rainfall this side. So definitely it is not suitable for agriculture or any other things. And this is the cause, because the wind blows here. In this case also, the wind blows in this way from the ocean, and they give more rainfall this side, less rainfall in the opposite side. You got it? By the way, this is a separate image and this is a separate image. This image is separate from this one. Let me draw a boundary on this, both of them. This image is different from that. This is separate image, this is separate image. Okay. So let us put this mountain here, then you will have like this, right? Great Dividing Range. What are the reasons for the development of Mediterranean agriculture in Melbourne? Despite of the fact that Melbourne lies in the Mediterranean regions, lies far from Mediterranean regions, Aditya. Yes, Aditya, it's a good question. Can you give some time for this, because I have to discuss about all these Melbourne, Adelaide regions. Melbourne is far away from here, but Melbourne doesn't have much more, in fact, evident, I can say, Mediterranean part, but agriculture is there in this region because of some topographical and climatic significance. We will discuss about this in climatic region, okay. That will be done, that we will do. I just need some time for this to have the characteristics of Mediterranean region, then only I will able to explain why it is. So, need some time. The only thing is, because you asked me, so let me tell you, wherever there is influence of the westerlies wind is coming from this side. So, west to east, this westerlies wind comes in this way and they have influence of these regions. That is the cause we have rainfall even in the winter season. How and why? We will see that. What is the cause behind this? We will see that. If you look at this year Melbourne has rainfall completely Mediterranean type of characteristics they develop. But this is again a good question. I need to explain these things during the climatic regions of the world and I will explain it to you. Please hold on this particular question for time, okay. Yes, Aditya, please remind me later on also. Now, the thing is, this area you have rain shadow area, rainfall is less, but a very interesting thing you see. This region is drained by a river here. Can you see in your atlas what is that river? A river drains from these regions. Yes. Name of the river is, this is Murray Darling river. This river is Darling, this is Murray Darling river valley, and this Murray Darling river valley region has very good grassland known as temperate region. This is temperate grassland in this region, called as downs. Temperate grassland in this region is known as downs. There is temperate grassland in this region called as downs, D-O-W-N, downs. Temperate grassland is found in this region called as downs. Downs temperate grassland you will find here, okay. Murray Darling river valley has downs temperate grassland. Murray Darling river valley has downs temperate grassland, okay. And because, as you know, there are two types of grasses, tropical grass and temperate grass. Tropical grass, like in our India, you must have seen the grasses. घास जो होता है कहाँ, वेस्ट बंगाल में कैसा होता है, Kasutandi, something you called Kusutandi, something you called in locally. Have you seen that? Broom, झाड़ू बनाते हैं, broom also we prepare out of this. Rope, we prepare rope out of this. Have you seen this type of grasses? Tall grasses, coarse grasses, अगर खींचा ना हाथ कट जाएगा. If we'll just drag it, even you will have injury. That type of grass is known as tropical grass, okay. Tropical grasses will find in these regions upper part, but here is temperate grass जैसे कि दूब घास है, very soft grasses these are. Temperate grasses are soft grasses, okay, you remember this. Temperate grasses are soft grasses. There are two types of grasses I said, tropical and temperate. Or temperate grasses are soft grasses. Wherever you have temperate grass, we have wheat cultivation. Wheat is a temperate grass. Rice is a tropical grass. पता है कि नहीं? Do you know about this? Because tropical grass है, so if you just drag it, you will have injury mark in case of rice. In case of wheat, it is comparatively soft. This is also having some wheat is temperate grass, comparatively soft than the rice. You have wherever temperate grass, they like this downs region, that's why is known for wheat cultivation. So it is known for wheat cultivation. Downs region is known for wheat cultivation. And this region is here known for rice cultivation. You know why? Tropical grasses, rice cultivation is in this region. Rice will be in these regions. Because rainfall is more, temperature is high. High temperature have more rainfall. So rice cultivation is more there. Now you will see these regions you have rain shadow area, grasses are there. So in these regions you have dairy farming. क्या होगा यहाँ? Dairy farming. You have dairy farming. Then you have sheep station. Sheep station. And what here is dairy farming and sheep station you will get in this region, downs area. But in the upper part, mostly you will find here goateries. Goateries. Goat rearing is more. Goateries. So goat and sheep, world's largest population of sheep you will have in Australia. Australia has more sheep rearing is more. वेड बकरी पता है ना, वेड बकरी बकरी है तो वेड है. Sheep rearing, dairy farming also is known for dairy farming also. So these are, as I just mentioned, these are very very important aspect which will found in Australia. Australia में देखो topographic features are responsible for different type of economic activities, because of this barrier, mountain as a barrier, you have rain shadow effect, so less rainfall, like this. A river flowing through this one, Murray-Darling River. That river valley is well known for, Murray-Darling River valley is known for temperate grassland and wheat cultivation. With wheat cultivation, we have dairy farming, sheep rearing, etc. Dairy farming and sheep rearing, etc. Is it clear to you? Is it clear to you? Yes. So something you got it about Australia now, that Australia has this type of characteristics. Australia also have some desert area. Let me show you what are those deserts of Australia. You will see now. Let me draw again the map of Australia. Draw with me. Can you draw this Australia map? Please start now. If you haven't drawn, please draw this now. आप जिंदगी में कभी मैप नहीं बनाया ना, आज बना के देखो, देखो कितना इजी है. प्लीज गिव दिस टाइप ऑफ स्ट्राइक. पहले ऐसे करो, हो गया. प्लीज ड्रू लाइक दिस एंड एल लाइक दिस, देन यू टेक इज लाइक दिस, देन ऐसे करो. सी हियर, ओके, डन डन, लाइक दिस, हो गया. And here you have like this is Tasmania, Australia. This region is called as what, पता है ये? This is a peninsula known as Cape York Peninsula. Why? Because this side you have, which ocean is there? This is Pacific Ocean. This is Indian Ocean. This one is Southern Ocean. Southern Ocean. This one is, here you have Sea of Arafura, and this is Gulf of Carpentaria. गल्फ ऑफ कार्पेंटेरिया. और ये रीजन को बोलते हैं ग्रेट ऑस्ट्रेलियन बाइट. ग्रेट ऑस्ट्रेलियन बाइट. ग्रेट ऑस्ट्रेलियन बाइट. आप बोलेंगे सर ये बाइट क्या है? इज नॉट इट? बाइट आर ओपन लेस डेप्थ region part of the ocean. Open completely open and less depth. Less depth, open, completely open gulf or bay. It is an intermediate between gulf and bay. Okay. So Great Australian Bight, गहराई कम होगा और चौड़ा होगा, वो इसको बाइट कहते हैं ऐसे रीजन्स को. Southern Ocean is here, Pacific is this side, Indian Ocean this side, Gulf of Carpentaria. Because ये देखो यहाँ इधर 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 तीनों साइड वाटर है. So it is a Cape York Peninsula, this region, Cape York Peninsula. Okay. एंड यहाँ पे एक प्लेटू होगा. देखो यहाँ पे क्या है ये प्लेटू का नाम, कैन एनीवन टेल मी? किम्बरली प्लेटू, इज नॉट इट? इट मस्ट बी गिवन एज किम्बरली, KIMBERLY, किम्बरली प्लेट्यू. कैन यू सी दिस? होप यू गॉट इट. नाउ you have a desert here. This desert is, can anyone tell me about this desert? See here, this is a desert. This desert is called as this is a desert which is popularly Great Victoria Desert. This one is Gibson Desert. This one is Simpson Desert. Gibson, this is Simpson Desert. This one is Great Sandy Desert. This one is Tanami Desert. Tanami Desert. Can you see this? These are the deserts here. Deserts are here. And this region I told you as the Downs area, is not it? This area is called as आपको, this is the area of Downs I told you. Downs region. Downs are temperate grassland area. Downs are temperate grassland region. Can you see this? Draw this please. Try. In the prelim, if they are going to ask you question giving a map here showing this shaded area, Downs. These are the deserts here. Statement can be asked about these deserts also. Hope that you will be able to get it now. There will be no problem at all on regional part. Is it clear? Is it clear to all of you? See, so important this is to see. Please draw this first. Draw this. Done? Kindly draw this. My friends, again a very good question like the Mediterranean here, but I just I'm not going for climatic division now. Here is a question. It appears that the moist air doesn't come from the Indian Ocean due to the presence of desert in the western part of Australia. Sir, can you please remember, wherever you have a desert, it is a high pressure cell. If it is a high pressure, mean air is going from here to other sides. Okay, high pressure region. So high pressure regions, the air will from here, the air will not go, air will go away from this to the periphery. So here it is, the easterly wind will blow. देखो यहाँ पे mountain, then you have the dry wind is coming, it will go like this. And here the westerly wind is coming. In this region you have bit of westerly wind. This westerly wind are responsible for rainfall in these regions only. This part. Again, the causes of the desert in the western part of the continent will be discussed. At that time we will get it. Now you remember here, as per your questions, due to the presence of wherever there is high pressure, we have presence of a desert. You know what is a high pressure? Most of my friends, they don't know what is a high pressure cell. So because you asked me, just giving you 1-2 minutes on this. Look at here. You are standing here, B is standing here. Okay. I said you are standing here, another person is standing here. Now, while I am talking about the weight, in layman sense I am saying something, okay, in the layman sense, आम आदमी की भाषा में कुछ बताना चाहूँगा. While I will say weight, now pressure in a particular region mean how much air you have above you. आपके ऊपर कितना एयर है, यहाँ ओजन कितना है. Weight of this above my head is the pressure here. Let us say here cold air is there. Cold air particles are nearby, heavier one, so we have a high pressure condition here. On the contrary, here another person is here, there is warm air. This is warm air, so particles are very widely spaced. So less weight. So here weight will be less. Because of less weight, we have a, here you have high, weight will be more, mean highest pressure will be here. Here weight is less, lowest pressure will be here. Okay. So highest pressure, if somewhere it is there, I mean at the periphery will have the less pressure. Remember, if I will go for this is high pressure as I just said. If it is high pressure condition here, and if I will say this is a low pressure condition in these regions, it means here all the isobar, if I will see, all the isobar arrangement here in both the cases, if I will see, they are of different kinds. For an example, here you have lowest pressure at the center, highest at the center here. So it must be like, if I will give an example here, it is 1000 millibar, 950 millibar, 900 millibar pressure. These lines are known as isobar. Isobar mean, these lines are isobar. Isobar mean line joining places with equal pressure. This is isobar here. Isobar of 900 millibar, 950, 1000. 1000 is middle, but in this case you have, here you have 900 millibar, here 950, and here it is 1000 millibar isobar. So you tell me one thing, in this case to maintain balance, wind will go away from here to this side, but here the wind will converge from the periphery to this side, is not it? Here wind will diverge, here wind will converge. Because the wind will converge here, then they try to move up. because the wind will converge. Now the wind will try to move off. Here wind will diverge, there is sinking of the air. This case takes place. So every time you remember, high pressure region is associated with sinking of air. If there is sinking of air and divergence like this, there will be no rainfall, because ऊपर से हवा नीचे sink करेगी तो बारिश कैसे होगा? If the air will go here, it is going up. If it will go up, there will be cloud formation and rainfall. Here there will be no cloud formation because the air parcel is not going up, so moisture is going off. So all the deserts are located in the high pressure region, you remember. High pressure regions, you have the deserts are located, and because of that, air will try to go away from this. That's why we have no rainfall. So as you have asked, the moist air doesn't come from the Indian Ocean due to the presence of desert in the western part of Australia. So this is the cause. But rest of the things I will discuss in the climatology class. As you asked me, just to give you some passing reference, I have given. Is it clear, my dear? ये ठीक है क्या? You got it? For the timing, you remember this. Let me again go to this part. As I said, this is a high pressure condition, so wind will go away. And here it is low pressure condition. If it is a low pressure condition, we will have more rainfall. I hope clear to all of you now. So I have given some idea about Australia for today. This much only on Australia. I just tried to give you some idea. My friends, you will get a book provided by us in the map, in all the world map related things is given. You will able to get the things. Okay, you will get the material. Some of you asked me like, sir, please give us some material. You will get enough material. Don't worry. You will get the material for each and every lecture. Whatever I have done, you will get the materials. आपको material मिलेंगे इस पे. Okay, and I will tell you from where to study. After getting, you will get the materials. Right? Don't worry about this. Do study. First, you concentrate on the class. You know that if you are getting this clear. Okay, we will be successful. मुझे आपका full whole hearted participation चाहिए. मुझे और कुछ नहीं. 2 to 4 hours जो है ना, you give your best in your wherever you are studying. Nobody is there except me, your teacher, and you. Okay, और कोई नहीं है. ये सोचो और पढ़ाई करो. बैठो. Okay, fine. You have done this, right? So regarding Australia, this much only for the time being. I will now move on to the part of Australia में, और फिर again I will discuss the Australia part. For today, this much only map work. Okay, map work. You spend some time today, tonight with your atlas. Find out what is where. Again we will discuss. I will tell you about their which all regions, what type of industry, mineral, where it is, and all. Also I will tell you. So world geography part foundation will be done. Then I will go for like this industry is there, from where we have taken the raw material, what is the climatic condition, and all we will able to relate. Step by step we will move, right? So requesting you all to have to spend some time. और मेरे साथ साथ आप ना you draw, I will draw the map, you have to draw the map. Once you draw the map, पहले अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, you will not feel happy, you will not feel comfortable, but gradually, believe me, you will able to draw the map in a proper way. Do you know about lot of facts, lot of things about Australia we have, like Australia, can you believe this? Australia, if you look at the population, every year India is adding population of Australia almost. आप एक बार demographic table देखो, check out the population table of India, India's population growth rate. If you look at, see, almost मैंने कहा Australia's population every year you are adding in India. Every year एक Australia का population. And another interesting thing I was finding, I just tried prior to the COVID. If you look at the Indian railway system, the number of people who travels in Indian railways is equivalent to the population of Australia. Can you believe this? Just check out. आज एक असाइनमेंट दिया, आप देख लेना, कल देखना कितना डिफरेंस है, थोड़ा बहुत, but approximate I am saying. You cannot compare. Some of you said na comparison. No, we cannot compare Australia and India. India's population growth rate is too high, net जो हो ना population addition is almost equal to every year they are adding Australia's population, and only in railway people traveling in railway and working railway department are equivalent to the Australia's population. If this is the case of India, so we cannot compare. I will come to very interesting comparison I will give you, and believe me, you will really enjoy that when I will come to India. Do you know, now you find out West Bengal, what is the population of West Bengal, and how many European countries has almost same population. There are few countries, 4 countries population you combine together equivalent to West Bengal's population. आपको पता है ये, आप थोड़ा देखो, comparison करो, and believe me, it will be very easy, and you will enjoy this. If you will compare, you will enjoy this. If you will not compare, fact means there is no way you will able to memorize the things. Don't go for the facts only. Find out comparative analysis of this and what is there. As some of you have asked me question, how metro and regions का इसका जो question आया था, good question here. Comparison, that is more important. Okay, fine. Let me now move on to another new topic here. So as I told you to all of you to study and come one chapter, Earth and its interior, isn't it? So I will go for this topic now. So आप एक काम करिए, every day almost one continental map I will do, fundamental concept I will do. So you have to do that. So today onwards we have 2 things. One is atlas work mapping things we will do for 1 hour, and 3 hours of studies on core topic which we will discuss. Today first topic I am going to discuss, in fact from your main, in the last class I did said about the topics here, if you remember, Earth and its interior, interior of the Earth, okay, or Earth's interior. So I will go for this topic here, Earth's interior. If I will able to complete, well and good, if not tomorrow also we will continue this, okay, Earth's interior. Earth's interior, as all of us were well aware, the present Earth is formed out of some molten or gaseous material. There are different theories on the origin of the Earth. There are different theories on the origin of the Earth. Now our topic for civil services is physical conditions for of the Earth interior. They are asking these questions many a time. So as I have just mentioned, let me tell you, at first there are molten gaseous and hot gaseous material These are hot, molten and gaseous materials was there. Hot, molten and gaseous materials. Hot, gaseous and molten and gaseous materials are earlier there. Is it visible or not? If it is not, then I will not use this color, if it is not visible. In some cases, this color is also not visible. So, anyway, molten, hot, molten, molten and gaseous materials, molten and gaseous materials are there. They got cooled down. This is cooling. After cooling, they form like this. And during this process of cooling, the denser material got accreted at the center. Densest material got accreted at the center. The densest material got accreted at the center. The densest material got accreted at the center. Okay. Here I said the densest material got accreted at the center, less denser one at the periphery. At the periphery, less denser one, densest one at the center, and which is called as density stratification. Density stratification. You look at any of the theory on the evolution of the earth, you look at any of the theory on evolution of the earth, every theory said one thing, that the present earth is evolved gradually due to cooling and solidification of hot, molten and gaseous material, cooling of the molten and gaseous materials. You take any of the theory, whether it is nebular hypothesis or gaseous, as you are saying, of hypothesis of Laplace or Newton's, or you can say about the different theories of interstellar gaseous hypothesis, or you can go for planetesimal hypothesis. Even while talking about the Big Bang theory, gradual, after explosion there is gradual solidification, gradual cooling and solidification took place. These hot and molten gaseous and hot materials, while they got cooled down, the densest material got accreted, they got deposited at the central part, they got concentrated at the center, and the lighter one toward the periphery. This is segregation of density is called as what? Density stratification. This is called as what? Density stratification. So, densest material got accreted or got deposited, got concentrated at the center, and lighter one towards the periphery. So, densest at the center, lighter one towards the periphery. In this way, the core or the center of the earth form first, then the other part. As you might be knowing about this, if you have studied the NCERT book, it is written the earth is inside out. The earth is inside out means first the inside the earth inside, that is the core was first developed, then gradually the upper part. Concentration of the major heavier materials, they got concentrated at the center and the lighter one toward the periphery, and in this process density stratification was there, and the densest material at the center, lighter periphery. In this way, the major part in this earth interior, here you have nickel and ferrous, here you have silica and magnesium, and here it is silica and alumina. Here you have silica and alumina, here you have silica and magnesium, here you have nickel and ferrous. We have more and more nickel and ferrous we are getting. So, earth interior, we have density stratification leads to, with the evolution of the earth itself, gradually the densest material got accreted at the center, and it is not uniform, rather there is heterogeneity in the earth interior. The theory, whatever you will get, they reveal this fact only. In the earth interior, core, mantle and the crust, 3 zones we have on this way. Anyway, so the earth, regarding the earth interior, there are different sources how it has, how all these things develop. We have lot less idea on this. Now, while we will cool down the boiling milk in a container, a thick layer of cream will be deposited in the upper part. होगा कि नहीं होगा? मिल्क को गर्म करो और एक कंटेनर में कूल करने के लिए दे दो. Again I am saying, take milk in a container, boiling milk, and leave it for cooling. While it cool down, upper part will cool down fast. And upper part, after cooling, we have a thick layer of cream here. है ना? तो ऊपर cold हो जाएगा. But the moment you will, pierce your finger inside और हाथ अंदर डाल दिया तो क्या होगा? Inside you have still hot, boiling, very hot, that milk is there. Still that milk is there. Hot milk in the inside. Interior में hot milk है अभी भी. And it will get like, because of that, milk में क्या होगा फिर? Because of this particular regions, what will happen here? There is a very high temperature is there inside. Hot mold milk is there. Burning sensation होगा है ना? Burn होगा. So high temperature is trapped inside the earth also. Inside the earth also there high temperature is trapped inside the earth. And this earth, while temperature inside you have, upper part you have solid, but inside still you have trapped gaseous and molten materials are there. Okay. So this is where we are going to discuss in detail about this. Right? So I will discuss certain things here. Look at this part. Is it clear? Earth interior, if you will take a cross section, you will find like this. कैसा है देखिए. Sir, mantle is consist of chropheshima and nepheshima. We will discuss, my dear, please. आप पहले देखो ये. Core, mantle, crust. The earth is not like this, rather earth has different conditions. Crust, mantle and core, if you upper crust के नीचे you have like, this is the crust, below this we have some materials are there, discontinuity is there, because of this it is shown. You can see here in the earth, you can see this is the crust, mantle and the core, and how they are differentiated. Very good question I asked here. Big Bang theory explain about the expansion of the universe related to the earth interior. My friends, Big Bang theory talked about expansion. Yes, expanding universe and the explosion is there. Big Bang. Then what happened after this? Look at the theory, the outcome of this one. Again, concentration, cooling. That is what I am saying. As on Earth there is gradual cooling and solidification, will someday the atmosphere not exist in the future? Subhajit, yes, yes Subhajit, correct. Vivek, regarding the Big Bang theory, I said one part of, you are talking about one part of this, okay. You look at the second part, that is, impact of this. Okay Vivek, Skies, you are saying, sir, mental is consist of Cropheshima and Nepheshima, isn't it? Yes, yes, it is there. Let us come to this. अभी अब देखते हैं क्या है. I just tried to give you some slides on this, but let me move on to the theory again. Again in the concept, let us move on inside. We will find out many things and very interesting things. Let us see one by one. I said simply, or you want to note down? Note down. You can note down this. The present Earth is an outcome of a continuous cosmic geophysical and geological phenomena. Okay, first point. According to geologist and earth scientist, according to geologist and earth scientist, the present Earth, surface is evolved due to gradual cooling and solidification of the molten hot stellar mean star-like, stellar materials, stellar mean stellar materials. Can you write this much first? You write this much first. I said, according to geologist and earth scientist, the present Earth surface is evolved due to gradual cooling and solidification of the molten hot stellar materials. Molten hot stellar material, उसका मतलब क्या है? Stellar means star-like. Stellar mean here star-like materials. Okay, stellar means star-like materials. Gradually cooling and solidification of this leads to the formation of the present Earth. This is what they are saying. That according to geologists and earth scientists, present Earth surface is evolved due to the gradual cooling and solidification of the molten hot stellar materials, star-like materials. Okay, molten hot stellar or star-like materials here. Right. Now, next point. During the process of solidification, during this process of solidification, the denser materials got deposited or accreted at the center and less denser one towards the periphery, less denser one towards the periphery. During this process of solidification, the denser materials got deposited or accreted at the center and less denser one toward the periphery. Denser one at the center and less denser one toward the periphery. Okay? Forming periphery, forming distinct zones. This process is called as density stratification. Density stratification process. This is called the density stratification process. Process of density stratification. Density stratification process. Okay. Denser material got accreted at the center, lighter one towards. Okay. So, I said in this density stratification process, the core was developed. So, the central part of the earth, that is the core, comprises the densest nickel and iron rich materials. Nickel and iron rich materials here. Nickel and iron rich materials. Primarily they are made up of rich in nickel and iron and nickel rich materials here. Okay. There are a lot of concepts relating to this, lot more new idea you will get it from this also, from the earth interior, this concept. We found very interesting few points. Let me tell you what are those and how it is, what exactly we got. So, let us look at here how we came to know about the earth interior again. कैसे पता चलेगा? Have you seen the movie Core? Core movie, if you have seen, you might be knowing about certain things. Scientific fiction है मगर बहुत ही interesting themes it is given there. The earth, it is found that the earth interior is not homogeneous, it has great heterogeneity, and especially by seismic tomography or by interpreting the movement of the seismic wave like primary and secondary wave, earthquake waves. By interpreting the behavior of the earthquake wave, we got to know much more things about the earth interior. So, let us see now next point, how you got to know about the earth interior. There are different sources and methodology to know about the earth's interior. There are different sources and methodology to know about the earth interior. Different sources and methodology to know about the earth interior. One directed sources, another indirect sources. We have like direct sources, we have also indirect sources. Tell me, what are the direct sources? How you get to know about the earth interior? कैसे पता चलेगा अर्थ की इंटीरियर में क्या है? Yes. How? What are the direct sources? Tell me. क्या direct source है? What are the direct sources? What are the direct sources? एक साइंटिस्ट ने, जियोलॉजिस्ट, ट्राई टू मेक ड्रिल, उन्होंने ट्राई किया था ड्रिल करके कि इंटीरियर तक लेट अस सी व्हाट इज देयर, बट दे फेल्ड सब्सिक्वेंटली. Sir, the molten core help the earth to rotate. So if by gradual cooling effect, one day core is denser, then will the earth stop to rotate? Chandan is asking. Thank you, Chandan. Good question here. Come on. Thank you. Yes, there is possibility of this also. You know the rotation of the earth. Earth at the middle part of its life. You know it. You know about this. Earth magnetic field I'll do. So we'll see. Volcanic eruption, volcano, by digging, mines, pressure, temperature. क्या बात है? Thank you. So you people has some idea definitely. देखो, observation from the volcano. By digging, yes, but it is not successful because one scientist from Europe, Portugal से हैं वो, European scientist in Portugal, he said that let us dig a well here, और यहाँ से ऐसे खुदाई करेंगे कि इधर आ जाएंगे, है ना, इधर से जाके सीधे अफ्रीका में निकलेंगे. वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. नॉर्थ अमेरिका में खुदाई करके अफ्रीका में निकलेंगे. आइडिया दिया था उन्होंने. क्या बढ़िया आइडिया है ना. व्हाट यू नो, लॉट ऑफ. अच्छा, मुझे एक चीज बताओ. लेट अस डू वन थिंग. यहां पे हमने एक होल बना दिया यहां, ठीक है. ओके, लेट अस एज्यूम एक केस. एक होल बना दो ऐसा, और ये एक होल बन गया यहाँ पे. एक बॉल को लेके यहाँ अंदर छोड़ दो. यू इंसर्ट ए बॉल इनसाइड, ठीक है. इनसाइड एक बॉल को छोड़ दो. Now you tell me, this ball will be at the position of 1, 2, 3, or it will be going up and down. क्या होगा बताओ. It will go up, come down. This is position 4. बताओ तो. Thank you very much. Somebody saying it will oscillate. Simple harmonic motion, है ना. Simple harmonic motion. Very good. Thank you. You know about this, class 7th. You have studied in class 7th, up and down. Thank you. So ये तो पॉसिबल नहीं होगा कभी भी. आप एक वेल भी खरीदे इसमें देंगे. सेकंड, फर्स्ट इज नॉट पॉसिबल एट ऑल. फिजिकली डिगिंग द थिंग्स. यस, pressure, temperature. With increasing pressure inside, that is also increasing the temperature also here. Stuck at the center. No, it will not stuck at the center. It will oscillate. The ball will melt. Kya baat hai yaar? Up and the ball will melt, isn't it? Okay. So, if it will not melt, then what will happen? Okay. So, you see, try to find out this type of very interesting things you will get to know. You imagine the earth in this way. You imagine the things, you will get a lot of things. So, direct method, I just passing reference. It was in the preliminary exam, they have asked in science section in, I think it was in 91 or 92. Very old GS question it was in the UPSC itself. Sometimes they are giving this very interesting. It is a part of science. Okay. So, what will happen here? Direct sources में digging, ठीक है. Which is not possible by studying the magma, by studying the magma, that is volcanic remains, that is magma or the lava, studying the lava. Lava is on the surface, you have the lava, inside you have the magma. Nature of the magma shows hot and molten material is coming in earth interior, there is a high temperature. We got to know about this. Mean earth interior is not homogeneous, it means this is here. And another observation we can say, these are two most important. Indirect में क्या होगा? As you have said, indirect पे, अच्छा, you are talking about mines, pressure and temperature relation. Here you have modeling. 3D modeling, computer simulated models to see the pressure and temperature relation we can see with this modeling. Or kya by another one is by studying the meteors, meteoritic remains, that is meteor, shooting star, while they come in contact with the earth atmosphere, they burnt out and their remains. Sometimes we will get their remains also. These are mostly metallic in nature. They are mostly metallic in nature. Their remains also says something like, earth interior has metallic core. Have you seen the shooting star? Yes? If a huge meteor is coming and it strikes over this region, what will happen? It may create a huge crater like feature here. यहाँ पे अगर आके गिर गया ये, huge crater like features it will form. Meteor or shooting star. If it will strike over this region, you have a huge crater, it may form a huge crater. The best example of this one is, can anyone give me any crater? You have any crater in India? Lonar Lake in Buldana district of Maharashtra. or you have in the Yellowstone National Park of USA. You have also Arizona in USA. These regions you have Yellowstone National Park, Arizona. There we found out like lot of such type of craters are there because of the meteoritic impact there. Then we found that these meteors, these remains whatever is there, the remains whatever is there, they are generally rich in nickel plus iron. Iron and nickel rich, these materials are there. They are rich in nickel and iron. These are generally rich in nickel and iron. Nickel and iron rich material these are. Nickel and iron. So, this material, because they are rich in nickel and iron, these materials are rich in nickel and iron. So, it shows that our earth interior, our earth core also has this type of nickel and iron. There is possibility, great possibility, because like this you have earth also made up of such type of material, and while it burnt out, I mean at the middle part whatever is there, this was huge one, a huge one burnt out, smaller, then it became smaller, and a very small one here you get here, isn't it? उसका size घटता जाएगा friction होके. Shubha is saying like how modeling pre and pressure and temperature help. See that computer simulated modeling are there now. Based on the observation at which earth is cooling and squeezing rate is what you have estimated that also. So, based on this in a controlled laboratory condition we are saying like if the earth size is this one, how much pressure it is exerting because of cooling of 1 millimeter or something, cooling and the squeezing of 1 mm. Now, on that basis if you will go for this simulation modeling, the way you are thermonuclear bomb blasting and all these you are doing, and what will be the repercussion on the earth crust, same way modeling we are doing. So, how much pressure it will create, and because of this how much temperature is possible, that is what we are nowadays we have prepared computer programming in there and we are doing this. As you have seen in different game, आजकल आपका कंप्यूटर गेम में आपने देखा होगा what will happen after this based on the, it looks like it is in real world condition you are there. Same thing modeling also going on nowadays, and most of these are based on this type of computer simulation. चलिए ये जो फीचर्स है ये इनडायरेक्ट है, and another things as the most important indirect modeling indirect sources is this is here is you have seismic evidences, seismic tomography or evidences. एविडेंसेस के जगह पे अगर हम लिखेंगे seismic tomography, it will be better. That is by interpreting the travel path and velocity of the earthquake waves, especially primary P wave and secondary S wave, earthquake waves, especially P wave and S wave. P is primary wave and S is secondary wave. ये दो waves है. Does Crater Lake also found volcanic eruptions? Please clarify. Yes, Paritosh. Crater lakes, that is ये मेटेराइटिक क्रेटर होगा, वल्केनिक क्रेटर होंगे. देयर आर टू टाइप्स ऑफ क्रेटर लेक. यस Paritosh, you remember, I am talking about the volcanic, I am not talking about the volcanic eruption here, I am talking about the only impact. So, crater lake, volcanic also and meteoritic also. Thank you. So, P primary wave as secondary wave. Now, earthquake waves, how they generated, how they usually develops, you know. So, some part, you know, you need to have some idea about earthquake also. आपको earthquake के बारे में थोड़ा पता होना पड़ेगा यहाँ पे. What is an earthquake? What is an earthquake? Sudden shaking or vibration of the ground, crust, due to the release of the stressed energy. This is while the stress energy travel through the crust, shaking of the ground takes place and you feel the earthquake here. Now, last slide you want. Okay. Seismic evidences is the most important and most scientific, we can say, evidences so far. Seismic tomography, which you call seismic tomography, we called it as seismic tomography. Seismic tomography. By seismic tomography, that is what? By interpreting the travel path and velocity of earthquake waves, especially primary and secondary wave. Crushing of tectonic plates. Yes, that is also earthquake. So, the question is, during this, you know, crushing of tectonic plates हो जो भी है stress होता है, stress and strain. My friend, those who are from civil engineering background or earth science or geology background must be knowing about the causes of earthquake, or geography student also must be knowing about causes of earthquake. Topography नहीं, tomography मैंने कहा, TOMO, seismic tomography. I says seismic tomography. I didn't say topography, you see here. A term I have used here. Do you know what does it mean? अरे भाई X-ray होता है. While you have some bone problem or there is a fracture, how you got to know through X-ray? X-ray is what? By interpreting the wave through your body. MRI, CT scan, you don't have to open the skull and see like how is your study करता है क्या ऐसे? MRI, CT scan, how will going for CT scan? You are here getting the impression of the wave in our body, interpreting the wave, signature we are getting of the wave through travel path, earthquake travel path and the velocity. If you are able to study the behavior of the earthquake wave inside the earth, where it is going at what velocity, we will get to know whether it is solid or liquid. Because primary wave or the P wave can passes through solid, liquid and gases, but velocity is more in the solid. ये solid में उसका velocity ज़्यादा है, in solid it has more velocity. But S wave passes through only solid, no liquid. So, if you will get to know in somewhere the primary wave we have segregated and somewhere the velocity of primary wave is very high, it means it is solid. But velocity gradually decrease, mean it is not solid, may be semi-solid. If it is again decreased, it may be liquid or semi-liquid or whatever is there, state of matter is different. So whenever particles are very closely spaced, if the particles are very closely spaced, this primary wave can travel very quickly. If the particles are widely spaced, the primary wave cannot travel it quickly. So solid medium, solid matter in which the P wave can move very quickly. Secondary wave or S wave can passes through only solid, it cannot pass through liquid or any other gas, any other medium. Secondary wave can pass through only solid, S wave. So, if we will able to get like somewhere the S wave is not passing through this region, it means it is a liquid one. So, careful observation of seismic tomography is very important. You can also observe somewhere refraction is there. Refraction kya hai? If I take a glass of water and pour this stick into it, you will find it is a bent one. Why? Because of change in the medium. Same way, while a denser to lighter medium, the wave travel or lighter to denser medium it will travel, it refract. Refraction may leads to change in the path, and you got to know about the earth interior. You must have studied these things in your NCERT. If the earth is homogeneous, अगर अर्थ होमोजेनस है तो क्या होगा बताइए. If the earth is homogeneous, if this is the earth here, in a homogeneous earth, what you will get? In a homogeneous earth, we will have like this, see. In a homogeneous earth, if this is the place of earthquake here, the wave will travel in all direction like this. If it is a uniform homogeneous earth, you will have like this. Let us say this is here is P wave and this one here is S wave. Then the S wave will also go in this way. ये होना चाहिए इसे. P wave and S wave should travel in this way if it is homogeneous. Travel path of P and S wave in a homogeneous Earth's interior. If the earth interior is homogeneous, the travel path will be like this. Secondary wave cannot pass through liquid and gases. Yes. Property distinguishes the what property distinguishes crust, mantle and core. I will come to that one, my dear. Deep ocean drilling project and the integrated deep ocean drilling project. Arnab, you are going ahead of this. Can you please remind it in the oceanography part? We have a very important point here on oceanography, dear. In oceanography, let us confine ourselves to this part. We will look at, but it's now 3:45. So I'll take question from you. Please give questions. If you have any question, please give one question, please. I need some time on this. So I will continue with this P and S wave as I have just given, because I have to show you the shadow zone. And I still remember, or I still believe that all of you must have studied chapter 2 of your NCERT book. Okay, earth interior chapter you have to study, and continental drift also. Tomorrow I will discuss that. Reference for tomorrow, assignment for tomorrow's session. इस पे लिखता हूँ, रुको. Home assignment, chapter 2 from NCERT class 11th, fundamentals of physical geography. Only chapter 2, and I think chapter 3 it is. Please check. Drifting, continental drift. I'm not sure about chapter 3. Chapter on continental drift and plate tectonics. Please do study these two chapters. Now one by one I will go for this. Some of you are having a question here. So why secondary wave doesn't pass through the liquid and gas? Why? Primary wave and secondary, they are completely different. One is like the light wave, another like a sound wave. एक ऐसे जाता है, एक ऐसे होते हुए जाते हैं, पता है कि नहीं? These two waves properties are different. Can a light wave pass through a wall? But sound wave can pass through the wall also. See, likewise P and S wave. Now the thing is, we need to see the characteristics of this wave. Please do have a glance over this. Tomorrow with some diagrams I will show you on this. Which is P wave, or which one is P wave faster than S wave? Yes, of course, P wave is short wave. P wave faster, yes it is. What caused the earth to have plates? You do one thing. You tell me one thing. Why there is wrinkles on your, a fresh tomato is there? Take this tomato, keep it outside for some time. If while it dried up, it shrinking क्यों होता है? और an apple जब shrink होता है तो wrinkle होते हैं. Why it is like this? Area got squeezed, and because of this, cooling leads to these things. So there is fractures also. Fracture. So plate develop because of differential cooling, because earth is not uniform. So while cooling is there, not uniformly everywhere it is squeezing. Rather somewhere squeezing rate is more than the other part. This leads to differences and crack development. This crack development is due to this, leads to the crustal deformation and subsequent breaking of this. Like an egg shell you take and give some pressure, it has some fragmented part. Likewise, these fragmented part are called as plates. Tomorrow we are going to do this. Okay. Next one. Difference between P and S wave, please elaborate a little. As I just have mentioned about these two, because you asked me earlier, I think. As I just said, primary and secondary wave, they are basically different in terms of their nature and character itself. I said one is akin to the sound wave, another is to the light wave. So let's have a test tomorrow, and I'll show you certain slides on this. The behavior is how it is. Okay, do study it from the NCERT first. For east, we have calculating time in the wave, but what about the time of west? How to calculate? आप एक काम करना, if you are going for the from east you are calculating, west होगा तो क्या है? Opposite होगा, बढ़ते जाएगा, plus होते जाएगा. What is the difference between centripetal and centrifugal force? आप एक काम करो, you take a rope, rope में एक साइड एक स्टोन को लगाओ, स्टोन को बांध दो और घुमाओ. The stone is try to go out here. This is centrifugal force. And while you drag this, you know, आपने क्या करेंगे, जब ये ड्रैग करेंगे किसको, डोर जो आपकी रोप है, रोप को अगर ड्रैग करते हैं तो उसका वेलोसिटी बढ़ता जाता है. एंड वाइल एज आई सेड, मैंने कल एक एग्जांपल दिया था, the force which is attracting toward the center is centripetal force, which is going away from the center is centrifugal force. The earth being slight flattened at the pole, the linear distance of a degree of latitude at the pole is a little longer than that the equator. Sir, can you please explain this? Okay. Okay. This is the earth here. Geoid shaped earth is this one. This one is geoid shaped earth. ये जो देख रहे हैं, this color, this is geoid shape. The yellow color is the circle. Earth is not a circular one. So due to which, what happened, I told you in earlier also, here you have polar, in this region what happened here? They are going out here. They are coming in here. देखा आपने? इधर से ऐसे हो रहा है. So this is the geoid shape of the earth. Earth is geoid shape because of this particular process. मैंने कहा था in the last class also. Now, if I will take this geoid shape earth, now look at here. If this is that geoid shape earth, from the center of the earth, if I will take now an angle, okay, from here 1 degree, from here itself if I will go for 1 degree, this is also 1 degree, here also 1 degree. This distance here is more, if this is x, this is y, x is more than y. Because of flatness here, this flatness leads to this coverage, aerial coverage will be more, distance coverage, aerial distance coverage will be more. ओके, ऑन दैट बेसिस इट इज सेड. थोड़ा सा सोचिए आप, देखिए, एंड नाइसली गिवन इन जीसी लियोंग बुक. Why does the temperate climate is called temperate exchange zones? Because you see, here is influence of the torrid zone or tropical area and the frigid, both you have. Because surplus seasonally, surplus energy of temperature, they comes here and here. I will give an example here. There is a term known as air mass. Air mass is mass of air. Huge body of air. जैसे आप देखो ना, जब विंटर सीजन होता है इन बंगाल, यू मस्ट हैव सीन वन थिंग, ड्यूरिंग द विंटर सीजन फ्रॉम दार्जिलिंग एंड सिलीगुड़ी रीजन्स कोल्ड वेव कम टुवर्ड्स कोलकाता, है ना. ड्यूरिंग द समर सीजन फ्रॉम द सेंट्रल इंडिया, बिहार झारखंड एरिया से, द हॉट वेव ऑल्सो गोज लाइक दिस. A mass of air exhibiting unity in physical condition like temperature, humidity, etc. is called as air mass. Now from the polar area you have cold air mass is going this way, and from the tropical area warm air mass is coming this way. At the temperate zone both are meeting, and because this cold air mass and warm air mass they meets with each other, so cold air mass, warm air mass, cold air mass is bit heavier, sink down, and warm air mass lifted up and form cyclone, and in this way they also are helping in temperature exchange. Got it now? They help in the exchange of temperature, and we will discuss about these cyclones and all these things in climatology. Definitely it is a temperature exchange zone. Okay. So because surplus and deficit, they are compromising each other to neutralizing the great variation in their thermal conditions. Okay. Is it clear dear? हुआ कि नहीं बताओ? If it is clear to you, say yes, or else you said shall repeat. क्वेश्चन को देके रिपीट कराने के लिए बोलना. Okay. Geography doubts. If most of the star-like materials are iron and nickel, how does we have so many elements on Earth as per predictable? Hey. See, there are few heavier material. It is not confined to these two. Okay, it is not the only two. हम स्टेलर मटेरियल बताए, उनमें सब कुछ है. And another things, you know, gradual evolution of other minerals by way of interactions also. Now elements on the earth, then definitely they are unique. They have their originality. They are evolved from the nature itself gradually. Desert have high temperature, so how high pressure developed? Either inversely, you know about Charles law and Boyle's law, gaseous law. High temperature lead to high pressure, isn't it? You know about this? Desert have high temperature, so how high pressure develop? Here what happened, let me tell you. This region has a very unique things, but if it is a closed model only, Charles law or Boyle's law will be. प्रेशर कुकर में टेम्परेचर ज़्यादा देने से ज़्यादा प्रेशर होता है कि नहीं? होता है या नहीं? बिकॉज इट इज ए कन्फाइंड वन. व्हिसिल ज़्यादा जोर से बजेगा ना जब हाई प्रेशर होगा, हाई टेम्परेचर होता है तभी तो. नाउ इन दैट केस इट इज ए क्लोज चैम्बर, बट अर्थ एटमोस्फियर इज ए open one. It is semi closed one, not a completely closed one. Energy, sun rays is coming here. In this case it is because of differentially, if you look at the equator and the polar region, it has a comparatively high pressure here. Equator completely high, polar equator completely low pressure because of high temperature, and this side you have here at the subpolar region you have a low pressure. Too low pressure in between this, the middle region is there. That's why we have differentially high pressure, comparatively high pressure. In the three zones of atmosphere, while I will discuss three pressure zones, we have like pressure belt and wind system. While I will discuss about this evolution, how it is. For the time being, you remember, because of presence of two लो प्रेशर्स, देखो यहाँ फिर बोलेगा सर ये कैसे हुआ, नहीं पता चला है ना, सो इसीलिए लेट मी टेल यू, द अर्थ हैज, this is low pressure, here you have a high pressure, and here you have a low pressure, and here you have a high pressure. This is the earth atmosphere. Now what happened, in this region we have a high pressure here, here you have a high pressure, and these two are low pressure here. Now the question is why the desert region has high pressure. आपको बताना चाहूँगा कि here what happened, this region, ये अगर अभी कराएंगे ना लोगों को confusion ज़्यादा होगा, इसीलिए मैं अवॉइड कर रहा था, बट बिकॉज यू आस्क्ड मी, लेट मी टेल यू, यहाँ पे लो प्रेशर है, कन्वर्जेंस ऑफ द एयर, यहाँ पे हाई प्रेशर है बिकॉज ऑफ सिंकिंग ऑफ द एयर। मैंने कहा था आपको कि यहाँ पे ये वार्म और कोल्ड एयर मिलके ऊपर चले जाते हैं, यहाँ पे लो प्रेशर होता है। इफ देयर आर टू लो प्रेशर, यहाँ पे एक लो हुआ, यहाँ पे एक लो हुआ, बीच में क्या होगा, डेफिनेटली देयर विल बी ए हाई प्रेशर, ये हाई प्रेशर होता है, ठीक है। सो दैट्स व्हाई, हाउ एंड व्हाई we will have a discussion in the temperature and pressure belt again in detail. Okay, if the core is a plasma stage, then how can center of the earth be fixed? अरे यार, it is not plasma stage. Core is, outer core is liquid, inner core is solid, because the particles cannot move freely here. Particles only oscillate, they behave like solid, okay, because of high pressure. कल हम कराएंगे how it is. How deserts are created in high pressure zone and rain shadow part in the great dividing range. Please explain once more. भाई एक बात बताओ, बारिश क्यों होता है? Why there is rainfall? Because of cloud formation. How the cloud form? Because of high temperature, moisture laden air while vertically move upward. Moisture rich air while it goes vertically upward, it cool down. Because of the increasing height, there is decrease in temperature. Increase in height due to decrease in temperature, and it cool down. Cooling of this leads to cloud formation, and because of this cloud formation, rainfall is there. If the air will ascend, then only cloud formation, rainfall. But when the air is descending air here, in high pressure it is descending air. Here it is descending air. Air नीचे आ रही है. Here the air is coming. You see here what happened in these regions. The air is coming, descending here. This is descending air. Descending air, while the air will come down, there is no cloud. Wherever air is coming down, clear sky, no cloud, no rainfall. See there. And in case of a, as you said about the rain shadow condition, look at here. If this is a mountain, this side air is coming from this side, it lifted up. Because of lifting of the air, here you have formation of cloud and there is possibility of rainfall here. Rainfall will be there because of this, and this side you will have only dry air. Dry air, so no rainfall, no rainfall, rain shadow area it is. Okay. Hey, you are asking about my number. मेरे को देने में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है नंबर को, बट क्या होता है पता है, इफ विल गिव बेटर गुड क्वेश्चंस देन इट इज ओके, बट वी हैव 3 people who are monitoring you all. I mean, we have 3 coordinators here. For any question or anything, they are here. But if you feel it is very important, please kindly, I trust you people and I love you much यार, come on. मैं students के लिए कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ, and I'll tell you, I'll give my number. But kindly एक काम करिएगा, ओनली व्हेन यू फील रियली इन ट्रबल, जब दुखी हो जाएगा तभी करना फोन, जो भी है कि जो भी यू आस्क मी द क्वेश्चन। जब खुश है तो नहीं है? मैं बट प्लीज गिव मी द क्वेश्चंस whenever it is necessary, whenever you feel that you are really in trouble, please, okay, then only। और ऐसे गुड मॉर्निंग गुड इवनिंग के लिए नहीं है, ओके। आई होप यू गॉट इट। क्वेश्चन पूरा काम का बात सीधे, इफ यू फील लाइक देन यू कैन, राइट, ओके ओके, बाय। Next, what is a diamond ring effect and its cause? Question asked in the mains. Hey, diamond ring during the solar eclipse it happened. ये PCS का UPSC मेंस में है क्या? वो आपका वेस्ट बंगाल PCS में है, चेक आउट। So diamond ring like phenomena whenever during the particularly during और सोलर एक्लिप्स, पार्शियल एक्लिप्स जब आता है, जब पूरा जब सन का ना पोजीशन थोड़ा सा टिल्ट हो जाएगा, मतलब अर्थ की जो पोजीशन थोड़ा सा जब कम होता है, एट दैट टाइम डायमंड रिंग लाइक फॉर्मेशन यू हैव, दिस इज। एंड हाउ द अपरेंट मूवमेंट ऑफ सन, चेंजिंग पोजीशन ऑफ द सन अकर्स। अपरेंट मूवमेंट मैंने पहले भी कहा था, एंड डायमंड रिंग ऑल्सो विल डू इट। लेट अस से फेजेस ऑफ मून एंड दिस वन, ये चीज कैसे चेंज होते हैं, एक छोटा सा एग्जाम्पल देता हूँ। लुक एट हियर, एक एग्जाम्पल, ये ऐसा है ना। नाउ इफ आई विल पुट, लुक एट, दिस इज द अर्थ, इक्वेटर इज हियर, कैन यू सी दिस इक्वेटर, दिस इज इक्वेटर, हियर ऑल्सो इक्वेटर। देखो आप, आई एम पुटिंग बोथ ऑन द इक्वेटर, देखो ये भी इक्वेटर के ऊपर है, ये भी इक्वेटर के है, ओके। नाउ आई विल कीप इट लाइक दिस, देखो कितना गैप हो गया यहाँ पे, यू गॉट इट, बिकॉज ऑफ इंक्लाइंड एक्सिस ओनली अर्थ इज मूविंग लाइक दिस, लाइक, ओके, बिकॉज ऑफ इंक्लाइंड एक्सिस एंड ऑर्बिट ऑफ द अर्थ, that even if sun is fixed at a place, it looks like going up and down. Okay, why most of the major cities of Australia are situated in the south, where there is also sea on the north side. South में नहीं है, and the coast, because you see topography of Australia is such, interior part is plateau and a low dry valley, बारिश तो नहीं है, पानी का परेशानी है, and here it is desertic. Coastal area only has enough climatic suitability, that is the only cause. Southern part is influenced by westerly wind, which gives rainfall consistently, and that's why it is good. Southern part is more better habitable than the northern part, and eastern part is the most habited part. Okay, this is here. So these are certain things for today. As I have given my number also, if you feel like somewhere very you are stuck up with certain things, please do ask me, no problem, you must ask me whenever needed, okay। जब जरूरत पड़ेगा आप पूछ सकते हो, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, ओके। सो थैंक यू वेरी मच, एंजॉय, सी रिलैक्स्ड वे में पढ़ाई करिए, डोंट पुट मच टेंशन ऑन योर पार्ट, टेंशन ज़्यादा नहीं लेना है, पढ़ाई करो एवरी डे, व्हाट एवर आई एम डिस्कसिंग डू इट फ्रॉम व्हाट एवर सोर्सेस यू हैव, स्टार्ट स्टडिंग इट इमीडिएटली, डू इट ऑन दैट डे इटसेल्फ। जैसे कि आज जो बोला मैं, असाइनमेंट जो दिया, प्लीज डू दैट, टेक आउट द प्रीवियस ईयर क्वेश्चंस ऑल्सो। ये जो मैंने दो बोला आप जरूर करिए ये सबको, आज कुछ भी हो जाए, एंड बी अलर्ट ऑलवेज। इफ यू आर फेसिंग प्रॉब्लम डायरेक्टली यू कैन कॉन्टैक्ट मी, नो प्रॉब्लम। इफ रियली कहीं स्टकअप हो रहे हैं, कोई परेशानी है, बोलिए। आई टोल्ड यू, गिव ऑल योर प्रॉब्लम्स, बी हैप्पी, वी आर हियर टू हेल्प यू, वी आर विथ यू। स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग, गिव योर बेस्ट, रेस्ट, डोंट थिंक मच, जितना वरीज है बाहर कर दो, जस्ट स्टडी एंड स्टडी, गिव अस दैट अपॉर्चुनिटी टू आंसर वॉट एवर क्वेश्चंस यू हैव, वी विल डू दिस। थैंक you very much, see you then tomorrow, have a nice time, bye bye, thank you.